Was it strange having to like deal with the transition of when you first started to like where you are today?
It's weird being visible, and there's so many lessons that I still need to like learn in terms of like
you need etiquette.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you saying?
No, do you know why? Do you know why? Yeah, because people feel like we're big enough for them to comment on our pictures in their friends, as if we're not going to reply like, my G, what is this at? What are you trying to at? Like, so now
just
what?
showing the man them like, yo.
No, but you can DM, you can screenshot on WhatsApp. Like, don't come under my picture and start talking to madness and at your mates.
And also, it's just on some bullshit. Like, it's actually on some bullshit because, like, I'm not even trying to deprive people of having bad vibes. We all have negative thoughts. We all move mad. We all move gossip.
Yeah, you out here want to kill.
Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like it's okay. Like, in fact, lay it out somehow.
Yeah.
Talk to your friends about it, whatever. I think it'll be weird to like bent up all these weird bad vibes in your head and never say it. It always surprises me how people are happy to show their bad side so publicly. That always surprises me. I'm like, that's a really weird thing to want to show people outside of your friendship group. But what I always find mad is that the person you're doing it to, because they've got shit to lose, they can't react accordingly.
Yeah. 100%.
So like, I feel like sometimes I could be in a space and a girl will slap my face and I have to think twice about slapping her back.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't gonna throw them hands back.
No, because I had to, beforehand, everything would have been thrown.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I've got shit to lose.
Yeah.
And I'm working with white people. It's true.
Yeah. No, don't dumb it down for the whites tonight.
No. I say it. I'm saying it as in like we're creating our own shit. But like a white person now because I've got shit to lose, and now someone's searching me up. They see a video of me fighting somewhere.
Yeah, that's your bad
I
me.
just want to keep shooters on deck. Just keep a couple of real bitches around you, man. That's what you got to do. Yeah, come on, man. You know the vibes.
A couple of shooters like me still. No, I'm joking. And then that's why I also think it's important that I've never made out as somebody that doesn't like to wumble. Yeah. So like, before you signed me up, you knew this one's life is a bit somehow. Yeah. So it's
and you know you're gonna get. I'm gonna retaliate. Like, you know that I'm going to talk back if it gets to that point. Like, I'm not gonna stay quiet.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to fight anyone. No, I'm not fighting anymore. It's not even beside being visible. I'm a big woman. Like, I can't be fighting anymore. And no. But if we're gonna. I'll give and take badminton if you're chatting shit to me. Yeah. We're doing give and take. Because why is it fair that you can spill so much hate on me and tell me I'm ugly, and tell me I'm this, and I have to say,
well, people tell you that.
When I'm not Jesus.
Online, people are doing verbal, innit? Online, people do verbal the
most. It's insane to me.
Yeah. It's crazy. And it's the fake profiles that is just so
every day. Oh, do you think they're nice? I'm like, fuck off.
Do you know how many times that's happened? Like, some girl did that. She obviously was supposed to send our picture to her friend, but she's replied to me, and she was like, "Oh, do you think they're nice? Do you even think they're nice?" or something like that. And I replied, and I was like, "Hun, you said you replied to me," and she was like, "Oh, because no, my boyfriend's always saying that he fancies one of you, and I just wanted to know which one." I was like, "Bitch,
step your pussy game up."
But that's the thing; they'll cuss us, and then the moment we say something back to them, they're like, "Oh no, but we really love you."
Because
really
they don't expect to reply.
Do you know what I do? I screenshot them, let them marinate for about 2 weeks, and go back and block them.
Marinate.
They think everything's sweet,
so they think I've forgiven it, and I go block it.
Sometimes you have to do that, and Insta lets you know that the other person has seen it. You see that little scene bit at the bottom, so it's like.
But it doesn't happen it doesn't happen often. But it's like, and people always like, well, then just ignore the negative comments. But like,
no, you can't.
Everyone you're talking to, I mean, like, I don't even, if I'm talking about, like, for example, Caroline Flack, for example, like, you don't understand the words you are saying to someone. Again, I'm not saying be kind, but like, shut the fuck up if you've got nothing to say. Or talk in your, don't people have group chats?
Yeah, you'd think that they won't
talk in your group chats.
Yeah, but there's no retweets in the group chat, so I'm trying to get this shit off.
You can't just retweet, you know.
You're doing it for the wrong reason.
No, but I'm playing devil's advocate here. There's no retweets in the group chat.
Why do you want retweets of you being a fucking cunt?
Yeah.
Why is that what you want retweets?
That's what people do it for.
That's insane.
The most you're going to get is go viral. You're not going to make money off chatting shit of me.
Nothing. You're not going to get hashtag ads, absolutely nothing.
When you go viral,
but before the internet, people liked attention. This is not a new concept.
Yeah, but
people like
exactly.
attention.
That's the thing. It's the attention, isn't it? It's
but
not
then
even
before
about
the internet, you're not going up to someone and saying, "I think you're ugly. I think you're shit. I think it's like." Ultimately,
smacked in the mouth.
If you were just an IT consultant, it's like someone messaging you every day telling you all this shit. People are getting shit for doing their jobs. I mean, we don't get it as bad at all because we're not even at half of that level of fame. And thankfully, we've had really good people that love us and listen to us. And all is appreciated. Yeah, it's a lot more. But there is like actual celebrities that this is their every single day they're getting trolled, and we're laughing about it. As I said in social media, troll off. No, it's not just like. You can't just be atting someone with hate consistently.
Is it harsh to say that's the price of fame, though?
Yes, it's bullshit. What do you mean it's the price of fame? But someone doing their job is for them to be someone to sending them their shit every day.
Yeah. And that's the thing, even if you don't believe it, when there's like thousands of people telling you the same shit, I can understand why you'll end up believing it.
You might start internalizing it.
And no matter how hardball you are, there's not a single person that says to me, I don't care what anyone says about me. That's a lie. You do.
Everyone does.
You do. It's a coping mechanism. I don't give a shit what people say.
I don't believe that anybody truly doesn't.
There's no way.
Especially when your job relies on people liking you. Of course you give a shit what people say.
Yeah.
And it's scary, you know, because there are some trolls that go to extreme lengths to get to you. And it's wild because I've had people say to me, oh, watch when I release these pictures. In my head, I know I've never sent out mad
what's going on?
Really?
No, the other day on my thing.
Release it if you're bad.
No, but the thing is, I know I've never sent out mad. Second of all, Second of all, my nudes are very, very fucking lit. My face are never in my nudes, whatever. But if that's the case, go for it. But it does get you thinking, and I'm out in Venice thinking, who have I sent pictures to?
Just trying to do a peaceful like Venice trip on the lake.
That is insane.
What's that? What's it? The gondola? You're there chilling. Donnie's like, release it.
No, do you know what? Yeah, to be truthful, I'd be very disappointed if you sent out shit nudes.
No, I would never.
Who does?
I would never. But literally, I just posted up like the debut of me and my boyfriend for the first time after a year and a half. Posted up a picture of us. The big reveal. Yeah. And they commented, carry on and I'm gonna release the pictures of you. If you're so proud of being Latina, why don't you stick to your own race? Of course, he had to be black. Jesus. And I was like...
Someone wrote that in your comments?
In my comments. I was like, okay, because I'm proud of my heritage. So that means what?
Was it a fake account?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
No followers, no posts, no nothing. And I was like, do you know what? Let me reply. And I was like, no, let me not reply. Let me just delete it.
Because you just bring more attention to it.
People are haters. Like,
I think sometimes I have to learn to not reply.
Especially on Twitter.
You bring more attention.
I think Twitter brings more attention. So I remember
someone called me a deadbeat on Insta once.
What? How did they figure that out?
I'll be honest with you, I was absolutely dying when I saw
it. Picture was lit. Like, it's getting bare love.
And then the last comment,
deadbeat. I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, what?
Do you know what? I could laugh. I know it's not true, but I know when he saw that, he was absolutely fuming.
Because the thing is, you can get 100 comments. You know what I mean? Like, of positive. But
you want to prove them wrong.
But that one
what do you say back to that? Oh, I'm with my daughter right now. You fucking prick.
You can't even
do you know what? You just got to laugh, man.
I just don't know why it needed someone like hurting himself for people to say, oh, celebrities are humans too.
But I don't like, what I don't like when things like this happen, because this is a very specific case with Caroline Flack, is people responding how they think they should respond. So
exactly,
like really extreme. I know I'm going to come across really harsh.
Me too.
Caroline's Law or the CPS should never go along with the case.
Yeah.
If you use a bit of like fucking common sense here, it's not far fetched that someone that's a victim of domestic abuse would go back and then say, I don't want the person I love.
Yeah, of course.
To then go and I'm gonna drop the charges, innit?
Yeah.
And if you're really on this woman empowerment shit, you'd be like, a lot of women suffer from that because they're a lot more easy to be coerced, threats of violence. Now the person that has been harming them is now a victim because they're going to court, they're in jail. You now start feeling sorry for them, you start feeling guilty, you now go and drop the charges.
Yeah.
Many women, so no, you've got to go through the motions, innit? And I know it's really hard because she committed suicide, but she did do a madness.
No, I do think
she was being held accountable for it. They've got to go. And it's not you, I'm saying. But online, you've got to go through the motions. They have to do that. Like, they have a job to do.
The motions and the law, everything like that. I don't think anything that should have definitely happened. What is? It's people just being dickheads. Why do you need to comment someone? You're this, you're that.
It's a gender driven.
Go kill yourself. Go this. It's like. Really?
Seconds
but what I will say about
and then something happens and you're like, oh, you have to remember celebrities are humans too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
why do you
that was kind of my issue, because I feel like with this particular situation, like I know that everybody was jumping down the media's, and I do think that the media here are trash, and like they have been really low. We've talked about it so many times on the podcast, like the lowest of the low when it comes to journalism, like going through people's trash and all of that
people
stuff.
hiding your bushes and that.
Yeah, exactly, and just being really seedy. But I think that with this case, I do think it is different, and I think that I reckon a lot of what would have driven her to do this would have been more social media. And it's so ironic that it's the people on social media that are now like #be kind. You were the motherfuckers that were in her comments, sending her DMs, blah, blah, blah. And like Tolly was saying before, we get it on such a small scale. And I know how it affects us. Do you know what I mean? And on such a tiny scale. So I can't imagine on such a big scale. So for me, I was kind of like, with this one, I'm going to give the press a blight. So when I heard about Caroline's law and stuff, I just think that in this country we're so reactionary, and then next week it's all going to go back to the same thing, which I'm not mad about because life has to move on.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we can't stay in the place of somber forever.
That is the saddest thing about death to me.
You know, we move
it's
on.
It's the saddest and also the most comforting part of death. Life carries on. That is the most comforting and also the saddest thing about death.
It is. Like, honestly, it will be old news next week. And that sounds harsh, but that's just the real of it.
Like, when I die of old age by the grace of God,
Amen.
I want people to stop for a little while. Even like a day or two, not even a month. Like,
well, would you be up there in heaven offended?
And it's not
These
even because
ain't rating me.
It's not even because I want them to stop, because I want them to mourn me and cry about me. But like, just like, ultimately, when shit like that happens, I think sometimes we don't allow ourselves to feel our feelings. We just carry on. Just stop and like feel shit. Feel it, like miss my presence, or like, you know, do something that you know I would have loved. I don't want it to be like, oh, she would have wanted me to go out clubbing. No, I fucking wouldn't have.
Don't wear that dress.
I want you to sit,
go through my old tweets,
spend time with people you love, laugh and talk about me. Like, I'm not saying forever, I bought a day or two. Just
son,
bro, you're such a Libra.
Still.
You're just like me.
Yeah, just
you know what
still.
it is that, like, I feel like in real time, people underestimate the impact that their loved ones have in their lives, because like we're in it, like that's my boy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you take it for granted, but no, when that's finally taken away from you, or eventually taken away from you, you feel that void, and like you're kind of like at a point where, I don't even know what to do. Today I would have been chatting with my man. Do you know what I'm saying?
It scares me. So even my heart now, when you're talking about it, it scares me.
It's a scary
thing.
It's horrible.
Much. A little part of me hopes that, like, when you die, God just allows you to have a little like peak view, just to see how people are talking about it, because a lot of the time nobody really hears any really good shit about them until they die.
Oh my God, you were so amazing. Why didn't you fucking tell me
last week? You fucking tell me that. 2 weeks ago you wanted to kill me, and
but
now
the thing
you want to
is,
love me.
you can't, because then people will call you a beg.
But then it's not. Here's the thing. Can we talk about begging culture? Right. I am openly a fan of people. I don't hide about it. British. No, they could be my next door neighbor. I am like, no, fuck with this person. This person's sick. I'll tweet their lyrics. I'll at them. I'll be like, I beg. Like, I'm a fan. And often when you are a fan, especially in the UK, and that's why I think our celebrities don't blow as much, because people around them are awkward about being their fans.
Yeah.
And then you go to a show, you're like, oh, it's bare white people. Yeah, because people don't want to be begs. I am openly, I am a beg. I'm a fan.
Especially like getting them parties.
Wow, women, I'm like, oh my God, it's rich. Oh my God, it's
okay. The other day at the brunch, I went up to Mutia and I was like, Mutia, do you know what? This morning I was listening to Caught in a Moment.
Like, you're fucking
I was like, I fucking love that song. And she was like,
oh my God,
I made that song.
I love you. I'm like,
you know what, I believe that is the way to be, because like I can't be a closet. If I'm a Donny that listens to your music every single day,
and I see you, and I'm like,
nah, I can't be a beg. I can't be a beg.
Yeah. No, I'm in a beg.
You don't even have to be a beg. Like, you go up to someone and just say that I appreciate what you like. You've made an impact. Like, I've been listening to you since for forever.
Yeah.
And then I finally get to meet you. I can't just be like.
But people will be like
that. A beg is, I beg you, add me on Insta. I beg you, follow me back. I beg you, tweet me. I beg you, take a picture. No. A beg for me is that, like, I'll go up to you and I'll be like, listen, I appreciate everything you do. Like,
there's boundaries, isn't it? There's boundaries.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just say your piece and go, man.
Exactly. Just say your piece and go.
Because you might be the 18th person.
You don't need to do too much.
You don't have to go up to them sometimes. You don't have to go up to them and say, I love your shit.
Just acknowledge the fact that, like,
I see you.
I've seen you. Yeah.
Like, you're sick.
But then I do feel for people sometimes as well, because they get burnt. They then go and try and speak to the person they like revere so much, and the reception they get is mad. They tell you, don't meet your heroes. And I've heard some proper horror stories. People go and meet people they've idolized, or they love their music, love their work, whatever, and the person's a prick, and they're like...
I remember back in the day, like, Eminem had this song, The Way I Am.
Oh. Because I
am what I'm going to say I am, and I can't even take a shit without someone standing by it.
Eminem hated all of his fans.
He hasn't even finished washing his hands, and the Donny's like, can we take a picture? And it's like, bro, man's in the toilet.
You know, but there's a time and a place for everything.
Be appropriate, shit.
As Kanye said, if I'm in church, please no photos. Like, just let me relax for 1 second. Cool, if you want to
between the
appreciate
fucking
me,
hymns and that,
like,
big man.
Bro, Pastor Tony's out here doing
no, but also it's how you do it. It's how you
Take
do
a
it.
picture
I'd
of
rather
it.
you approach me and tell me you want to take a picture with me
Yeah.
than what poor Tolani got when she was on the train and somebody just took a picture of her sleeping and DM'd her.
Sent it back.
Well, you were snoring in that.
I was sleeping. I was gonna try like.
Do you know how
Foles
mad
does
that
this to me all the
is?
time, though. I'll be out with Foles and I'll take a quick snooze. And man's all up in my nostril with the camera.
Nah, where did you go? His Tony was asleep on the bus, like out cold, and then there was one. I think like 2 weekends
Fam.
later, I think on the way back home. So I'm on the train like this, holding the Cavossier bottle,
Clutching
like
it.
clutching. Go through streets, you see me, I'm like this, just nodding off. I was like, when you're done out here, you're done out here. It happens, isn't it? But as friends, that's
I
nothing.
wasn't
But
even
As
drunk.
friends.
It was on a morning.
But a
It was a
random
normal
person.
day.
Yeah.
you take a nap in the morning.
What, mouth open in that?
There's not a train journey that I don't sleep on.
What about the man
Yeah,
that
so-
you was when you was yawning and he put his finger in your mouth?
That is my
What?
Someone put it-
Wait.
That was
What?
pre-podcast day.
No.
That was like
Talani.
pre-podcast days. It was pre-podcast days.
That's such a violation.
Put his finger in my mouth. I actually wanted to kill
Do you know,
him.
I would
Did
have
you back
bitten it.
down and cut
No,
your little finger?
because it was so like, I was like,
He must do it all the
You
time.
got a snuff.
He must do it all the time. He must do it all the time.
I really started crying. I was so angry.
Such a
There's nothing I
violation.
could do about it.
That's a violation. He does it a lot. He does it a lot. To be that quick, he does it a lot.
I'm angry.
Fam.
How'd you react?
He knows what he's
I nearly
doing.
cried because you know, like,
You look about to cry now.
you know, because he did that and he
It's-
just got off
it's a
train. And I was
violation.
just like, there's nothing I can do. Like, what can I do?
Oh, hit
A
around.
random man put his finger in your mouth, like
can I do?
that's like a wet willy. That's
I
the
was
worst.
raging.
That is mad.
That
A
is
stranger.
raging.
Man, put his finger in your mouth, you know.
The violation of all
That's
violations.
such a funny.
You lot are familiar with each
No, but
other.
That's
a true Londoner, yeah, they'll fall asleep, but they'll know when to wake up.
Yeah, you know
And
when
then you
your
just
stuff is.
automatically wake
I don't
up.
miss myself. I wake up. Yeah, I don't know what it
No.
is.
No, there's a few times I've ended up in Brixton, I can't lie. And I had to be in Green Park.
Ah, do you know what?
No,
I've
more often
fallen
than that,
asleep
always wake
to a
up.
point where like I got to the last stop and I'm like, yo,
What am I
Do you
doing?
know the best line to sleep on though? If you get a seat, the central line.
It's
I don't
warm
know
and
if the
toasty
yeah,
on it,
it's the
boy.
humidity. It's so warm. Honestly, you slump.
Yeah, in the
And
winter.
especially when you've got that clear thing. Well, what's worse is you wake up,
Oh,
you see
yeah.
all your hair grease.
Oh yeah. Your
you
makeup
know,
and shit.
yeah, how much of a deep sleep you have to be in to like miss your stop on a central line, end up in Hainault and then mad ends and that.
That's not that far from where I live.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Like,
what I'm
Talani's like that,
That's where I'm
listen,
from, bro.
I'll take the train for a ride.
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
stops.
sure. Why not?
Man will get on the tube at like Shepherd's Bush after coming from Westfield and that, and then you're falling asleep all the way
No,
till
that's
the last
long.
stop.
No,
Yeah.
I thought it's like Myland.
That's
No,
fun.
now you're in
West-
West Ruislip.
Yeah,
That's
innit?
long.
West
No,
Ruislip.
centralized
Sleeping
sleep
Epping.
is top 2, not 2. I'm anemic,
No,
but I
it's-
can
it's
sleep anywhere.
warm.
I sleep in clubs.
Hey, listen, in the words of Essie, all the bad bees are anemic.
We
So
really
you're
are.
in good company.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it's true.
I honestly sleep in clubs.
Are you all anemic
In
as well?
clubs?
No.
No. But
Don't
I
start appropriating anemic
No, but
culture.
I sleep anywhere like
Okay.
Delaney.
I
sleep
can't.
in
clubs.
One time
Have
we
you
were
slept
doing a
in
live show, and we were
Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton. We did a live show in Brighton, and it was the worst dressing room. Like, no shade, love you, Brighton, but it was. It was so cold in
It's
there.
beneath me.
We just had nothing. Like, it was like just empty, and these two fell asleep in there. And I was like, wow, like there was no heat and nothing. They put their faces on
We had
the
our coats
on
over
the
us.
thing with their coats over, and I was like, wow, like you man can
Ghetto.
really actually sleep anywhere. Like I
Wow,
can,
when the sleep. But
I
and I had
can,
patches.
I can
for
barely
you.
sleep in
as
my
well.
own bed, let alone
Nah, I sleep,
like
sleep.
that.
I
It
love
was
sleep, man.
just in a hard chair, you know, like them school chairs.
Okay.
If we're due to go out,
Them
and
plastic
we've
ones.
messaged in the group and Delaney has not responded, we're like, yeah, she's sleeping.
And she
we're
always
checking
sleeps before
But
we
we'll
go
call
out.
her a couple of times just to make sure
She
you wake
wakes
up.
She
Yeah,
wakes
yeah.
up and
I'll
she'll
wake
be
up on
like,
time and
she'll be like,
that's
I'm
it.
getting ready.
I'm getting ready now.
And everyone's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's mad. Cause my
I'm
phone
actually
is
always like,
always
everyone's just like, we're there, babe. I was like,
We're like, we're on
oh.
our way, and she'll be like, oh, I'm just getting
I'm
ready.
just
Send me the
getting ready,
postcode.
Are you the late one out of the
Yeah,
trio?
to social events. Yeah, I don't like when it's not my party. Why am I coming there? to
I'm
open my
early,
door?
Tony's late, and Milena's right on
Oh,
time.
gee. A party will say it starts at 10, or she'll get there at 10.
I'm an early
No, I've got
bird.
balance.
I
I've
hate
got balance.
you.
Sometimes I'm late.
Like-
Sometimes I'm early.
But
Sometimes
she's
I'm
trying to
on
find
time.
a spot in the dance.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
me.
it is.
I
No,
don't
no,
like going places late and being outside in the cold and queuing. I would rather get there on time and just be in,
just
go
chill.
to the toilet, use it whilst it's clean, get my drink and chill and wait, instead of be kerfuffling outside and then you can't get in and then you're queuing and guess like I don't know. I just like to be
Unless
settled.
you know, like you've got like someone at
Unless
the door
it's
that can
patterned,
pattern.
exactly. Unless it's completely patterned, like I'd rather be.
Were you late this weekend just gone for the brunch activities?
Oh,
I don't
yeah, you
know.
know,
Tony
when-
messaged
was
me
late.
and Tony was like, where are you? And she was like, I'm getting ready. I was like, my Uber's outside.
I think I said that. I was like, I'm sure you're on your way already.
And I was like, yeah,
I'm
but
just
Uber's
getting
outside.
dressed now, and I'll see you when I get there.
Yeah, Uber don't play, boy. They start running that meter these days.
Yeah, they started doing waiting time.
Do you know what? They're just moving too mad for me. They just need to be gone.
I just like Bolt.
I've just been banging Bolt.
On a captain vibe now.
I
think Captain's too expensive.
Oh, bust down.
We got the bus now.
Addison, you know.
Hey, when they had their tour, I went down. So I said, "What is the Addison Lee mine?"
To be fair, shout out.
I said, "Oh yeah, open the door."
No, Addison Lee did treating us.
If you press the
being dead
button,
serious. Don't
and
jump out of my door.
I'm like,
Yeah,
and then you see your name on the thingy. Yeah.
Bruv, sometimes the Uber driver, yeah, he'll see you struggling with bare bags and
Yeah.
that.
He doesn't give a
Is man
shit.
even coming out to open
He doesn't
the
give a
boot?
shit.
No.
He'll be like a roadman meeting
They
us
don't.
up the
They
side.
barely
Don't
do.
care.
They don't care.
But to be fair, I remember getting an Uber in LA and it pulled up and it was a range, like a really nice range. I was like, wow. LA Ubers are a lot nicer.
Yeah, they come
Yeah.
with the SUVs.
We just have the
when I was in
Prius.
LA, boy, them big SUVs.
I remember when me and
Armour
Yaz,
truck.
when me and Yaz were going to Tiffany Haddish's party, we were like, we can't get a normal Uber, bro. Let's get exec.
Whatever it's called.
Can't be getting there.
We can't get a normal Uber, so we
can't
can't
come
like
in
an
the Prius.
exec one. So we had a
It
driver.
pulls up like by the red carpet and that.
Do you know? Yeah, and everybody was going
Yeah,
in
you
cars.
can't come in a Prius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
He
ain't
was
it.
like-
Or you have to go around the back. Drop me around the back, bro.
We
Bro,
got an exec.
even now, certain dances, big man, drop me around the corner. You can't pull up outside the dance in the Prius. No, it's impossible.
Yeah, that ain't it at all.
Imagine if you bought a Prius but wasn't an Uber driver.
You'd
I'd be
pissed
fuming.
because people just be getting in your cars. That happened to me. We went to
What?
we went to Doja Cat's thing,
Yeah.
and then when we were leaving, I just got in a random Prius. I just thought it was my car, and the man was like, "I'm just a random man. I'm not."
Wait,
Why are you not checking the range?
I was so
The reason
convinced.
why, they came up with the badge is just to
Or
make
so
sure
you
that.
know, yeah.
I didn't look
No.
for that. I just saw because it was
Oh,
the
do you
same.
always start looking
no,
for badge and
I
reg
do
number?
usually look for the reg number, but it just said white Prius, and it was right outside, so I just got in it.
Even the way you're pronouncing it
And
is
then
mad.
Prius, how'd you say it?
Prius.
Prius, how'd you say it? Prius.
Do you know what? I'm not
With a
even
white
gonna laugh
Prius.
because I can't pronounce.
How'd you say it?
Prius.
Prius.
And
Prius.
do you not being
Hard
able to
say.
pronounce shit is when I'm in certain rooms, I was like, wow, I'm mad middle class. Like, you clocked your education.
Yeah.
It's like these lot can just say words anyhow. How do you know what that says?
It's a commodity.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow.
They're
Wow.
saying the maddest, longest
Yeah.
names, but they can't pronounce African
You have to
names.
whisper
No,
it.
they
You have to
can.
whisper.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, that word.
Yeah, no, but Uber, they give you like a second notification just to make sure that you check
I
the
don't
license
get that.
registration.
All I get is a message saying I've arrived.
Yeah,
I need to update my
I've
phone.
arrived.
I need to update my
I've
phone.
arrived.
Once and Donnie was like, "Oh, do you mind if I smoke first?" I was like, "Nah, brother, I need to go."
No, you're not smoking
What?
first.
You're
You're getting
not.
me
You know
home.
my guy just coming here today decided to stop for petrol and his tank was half full.
I've never ever been
I
in a
said, my
taxi where
G,
they've stopped
your tank is
for
half
petrol.
full. Why do you need petrol?
Now, sometimes you got a bad at the driver. Now you can't do that.
That's never happened to
I'm
me.
really bad with petrol. You know, I literally get petrol at like
The last.
Like it's
It's
so
past
Well,
zero.
you're like a daredevil. You like to live life on the edge and that.
Do you know what it is? I know my car, innit? Do you know that? Like, my petrol is often that.
One day you're gonna
I know
come,
my
your
car.
car's
out
gonna
on
say,
you.
fuck you, bitch.
No, it literally
I'm
will.
gonna- I'm
And I
gonna
will
stop
start
right
crying.
here.
I hate having car issues. Like, I feel the most fatherless when I have car issues.
No.
Like, I'm like, oh.
When you realise that you got to change the tire at once.
No, literally, right
That's
now.
when you start embracing the
My
picture.
car said no. Yeah, there's no tire pressure. And I said, wow.
Man, Jem, I can't do this alone.
I don't even know what to do.
I don't
Is
know
it an
anything
issue
about
if like
cars.
a man can't like change a tire?
Yes. Absolutely.
No,
Can you
like,
change
I
your tire?
need him to know car stuff because
No, do you know
I'm
what? You don't
so
need to be able to
useless with it.
change a whole
No,
tire.
change the tire, bro.
I mean, pump
I like
it.
Audrey. She's understanding.
No.
Pump it.
change the tire.
Too humble.
But then again, I don't have a car, so I don't know shit.
Tire, man.
No, change the tire.
I can barely
Mad
drive, let alone
circumstance.
so I can't.
What
I don't
happened?
know.
You was on a date.
No, I was with my dad, and he was like, "Yeah, change the tire," and I'm like,
See,
Huh?
that's what I imagine fatherhood to be.
I love that. He's
I'm
putting you
like-
on the spot. Come
Well,
on,
did he
then.
did he show you how to do it?
"Nah." He was just like, "Oh, here's the stuff." Like,
We just gave you the jack.
Figure it
and
out.
then he
Lift the
came
car up.
out thinking that he was
The
going to help
jack.
me, but he was just inspecting. Like,
That sounds
So it was a
mad
lesson
cute.
in
I'm
father
like,
and son.
"Rah."
But you know
And it
what's
was
so
raining,
great
it
about
was
these
raining.
times is that we have YouTube. YouTube, how to charge a phone without a charger. These videos are there.
YouTube
Wait, what?
the maddest thing.
Wait, hang on.
Same. That's why I'm saying
I don't know how to
YouTube the
park.
maddest things.
So you go on YouTube?
I don't know.
No, literally, sometimes. Or I just let random people park my car.
Same. I've done that.
No,
before.
literally, people at the bottom, I'm like, excuse me, can you drive? Do you mind
Do you mind
parking this car for
There
me?
was one
squeeze
time,
in.
I was in Tesco, right,
times.
and I went to park and I couldn't park. Some guy was like, "Move out of the fucking
start
way, you
crying,
can't
you
park."
know.
I turned down my window and I said, "I fucking know I can't fucking park. Can you help me?" And he actually
helped
parked
you.
my
I
car.
actually
I've had a few
can't,
people
especially
that try to
parallel
park my car for me. I
parking.
cannot. Now I'm
Reverse
getting better,
into
but
space,
it's fucking
stay in
hard,
it.
man.
Man are the fucking weakest links, bro, because they just want to be so useful.
Yeah.
I told you to jog on, bro.
No. Honestly, it's
And I listen to the
actually...
podcast sometimes, yeah, and you lot get gassed like the randomest things. Oh,
What,
yeah,
reversing?
Like, when he reverses and he's got the arm around the passenger. And that.
That's
Do you know the other day?
That's not random.
Did you
That's
see?
the sexiest thing.
No,
Other
do you know what
day-
it is? It's
in the
mine.
world.
What's mine? Is it Trevante Rose? What's the Donny? The really handsome guy. It's that
Ovi.
video of him with his bruv.
Oh.
And he's
Yeah. Tony's having an out of body experience, isn't it?
Not Ovi.
Like the video of him parking, yeah, I was like, you know what? I understand.
He wasn't even parking though. He was just doing like.
It don't matter, Vans. He was doing a maneuver, innit?
I'm like, that's calm, man. That's on a red light.
That is hot though. But did you see some white girl tried to tweet that the other day? I was like, bitch, she tried to gentrify your point.
Your fantasy.
How dare
I know, I saw it. I was like, this is gentrification.
Nothing new, same old shit.
Yeah,
One
some
posted in
blonde
our
girl-
culture.
Some blonde girl, she was
Nothing
like,
new.
oh, she was like, don't you guys notice the sexiest thing about is when a guy's reverse parking
Shut
and
up.
he's turning around? I was
But
like,
these
bitch.
times,
Oh,
like,
first
you want
parking ain't
money-
just a black guy.
But
so
sometimes
come on.
you don't want man in a 19 plate. It reverses itself now.
Yeah, they
I
do.
don't give a shit how much technology you have in your car.
Well, you still gonna put your arm
I
behind
don't
the
give a
headrest.
shit.
Reverse that
Put
shit.
your hand over hand.
All right, yeah, man could put the hand.
Do it.
and it's-
We can still do
and
the
it's
action on the
reversing
car,
its
just
own.
doing
Do
it.
the actions.
Ah, cool.
Sometimes when I'm driving, I don't. Okay, here's when I'm the biggest fraud in the world. I drive on automatic. I'll still put my hand in the gas stick. So I'm like, yeah.
Oh my
need-
god.
There's no need for it. I just like
going on?
automatics. I just think it's a good thing to do, and I don't need to do it.
Them automatic parkings are lit though.
When you're just
I need
like,
a car. When I get
That's
a
the
car,
kind
I'm
of
getting that, like,
dashboard
it
that
has
you
to
use
have
to
that.
damage someone's son's life. Like just damage someone's life.
I
Just,
need that.
oh, the dashboard.
yeah, just dashboard it. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Imagine like your ex or whatever you're dating, like watching your snaps, and the dashboard your thingies when
He's
that
in a
parts
rave.
itself.
Oh, lit.
He's
Yeah.
fuming.
Oh, he's fuming.
Why does the dashboard thing have Donny so on
Man's
the
gonna
ropes?
vandalize
Because-
the crib.
Because straight
Really?
away you know what car that guy's driving.
Yeah.
And
I
then you
think
start sizing up.
more often than not, when I've spoken to guys that care about like who their ex moves on to,
Yeah. What you got
when I've
to do?
spoken to guys about who their ex moves on to, who they're bothered about, they're bothered about if the guy's richer than them. It's never because he's better looking
Yeah, but
than
you're
me.
dating a
It's
street
never-
guy,
it's
just
like,
rob him.
he's richer than
What's
me.
going on?
Yeah, it's definitely a money thing.
Yeah, more often than not. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I'll be vexed if I start seeing stars in the roof and that. Like, man's in
Well,
a
you got,
rave.
you got
These times you're on the
But
bus.
guys, you got respected though. She's leveled up. What you want her to date bummy niggas? You want her
Yes.
to be, alright, fair play.
Yeah, ultimately.
Who
What do you
wants
mean?
their ex
What
to
do you mean
level
you
up?
could do
Not me.
better?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I would hate for my ex to
I
level
don't want
up.
my ex to level
Same.
up. You better stay on the same level or beneath.
Wow.
No, it has to be beneath.
Boy.
Beneath even.
Like
yeah,
I can't
because
even imagine someone that
level's
used
still
to
lit
like
still.
dating someone else, and they're like, and you like the girl.
Oh,
Like,
she's,
you can't even
well,
like,
she's on
oh,
the mood board
you
and
can't
that.
even-
Like, oh,
Inspiration.
she's sick,
She's
man.
sick. You can't even hate
You
on
can't
her.
even hate on her because she's sick.
She's talented and
But would
pretty
you
and
find
pleasant.
room to hate still?
Huh?
Yeah,
No,
there's
no,
always
no.
something. I
Find
would.
room to.
I would say if a girl's sick, a girl's sick in it. But I'm more kinder. I'm always like, oh, and the girl's mad pretty. Audrey's like, she's not even pretty. I'm
Yeah,
like, wow, I
I'm
thought
like,
she
she's
was
not.
pretty.
I'm like, she's not nice at all.
Yeah, Audrey is very harsh.
Fair play.
Well,
No, if she's bigger than me or if she's doing bits, at least my face is everywhere. And
thought you
Spotify
meant in
sometimes
size.
do a little
Bro, I thought you said-
advertisement.
I
You
thought
said
meant in
bigger, I
size,
was like,
like, well, she's dating Lizzo and that.
I mean, do what you're doing. Date whoever you want to date. But in terms of like career-wise,
Yeah, I mean, you know.
that's long. Fuck that. What? You'll be seeing me on billboards and shit.
Well,
Fuck your new pitch.
light stunt, you know, you lot on billboards and that.
That wasn't even a light stunt. She just put that wasn't even necessary to put in.
Unprovoked.
Like, to be fair to her.